Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do a quick reading from The Essential Alan Watt. I'll be podcasting later tonight, but I just want to, when time permits, to do these quick sectional readings so you can get a sense of the material. This is from a chapter called The Guardian Class, From Plato to the Present. Elite believe they're chosen, born to rule the rest, breeding in for centuries, putting us to test. From Plato down to Darwin, same old song they sing. The commoners are cattle, and the guardian is king. Everything that's happening today was discussed in ancient Athens, 2,300 years ago. And if you understand what was discussed there in the schools and the academies on the hills overlooking that city, you'll understand everything that follows in this book. Because the philosophy hasn't changed. Not one iota. Only the vocabulary, only the tools. The intent is identical. Plato wrote a book called The Republic. Now, most folk read snippets of it in college, if they encounter it at all, and think it was a philosopher having a nice little think about an ideal society. It wasn't. It was a manual, a blueprint for how an elite, a self-selected guardian class, would manage the human race in perpetuity. And when I say manage, I mean exactly what a farmer means when he manages his herd. Plato was explicit about this. He said that human beings are instantly malleable. They can adapt to anything. And because of that malleability, they can be shaped through a series of adaptations into any kind of creature the managers desire. He said, if we want a small domesticated dog, we create one by selective breeding. If we want a big dog, we breed for that. And then he said, and this is the key, humans are the same. You could breed tall ones for picking apples, short, sturdy ones for mining, and ones who are bright enough to work but not bright enough to rebel, for the heavy labor. He wasn't inventing this, you see. He wasn't speculating. He was repeating what they'd already been doing in Egypt for thousands of years. He studied there. The system he described in the Republic, he'd learned in the Egyptian mystery schools, from priesthoods who had been practicing it since long before the Greeks had written language.